like, are you kidding me? I think you're not that hard to forget.
Okay,
Good point.
we're rolling now.
Okay, we roll. Jeez.
Well,
Let's get to work, girlfriend.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, hello and welcome to LeapTV. I'm Deanne, Director of Efficiency and Customer Happiness with Leap Zone Strategies, and I am here with Isabelle Mercier.
Yes, and we're going to talk about
Permission to say no.
no is a two-letter word.
Just a little simple word. One of the first words we ever learn as children, actually.
I know. Aren't we? This is so true.
Isn't that amazing?
We are amazing. When we're children, when we're kids, no. It's always about no.
Totally.
And why the hell is it that when we grow up, no becomes such a difficult thing to say? I don't know. You tell me.
That's a great question. I know in adolescence it comes up again, and
Yeah.
and then we really do. Something happens and we sort of walk away from this idea of I'm allowed to say no and I'm allowed to choose.
Yeah.
And it's actually the topic of your Facebook Live you do every week with Margarita.
Yeah.
Permission to be you.
Yeah.
And that to me has always meant a lot about I get to choose. Tell me
Yeah.
what it means to you and Margarita and why it's so important.
Yeah, it is. It is about choosing. It's about, you know what? First of all, in branding, most people don't know what branding is. And branding is not about a logo and a business card, although those things are really important. Branding is about being more you. And it's funny, I was at a Leap event not too long ago, and there's a member there that actually was afraid to get rebranded because she said, oh my God, what if it's not me? What if what they get me to wear, and what if what they get me to feel like and be like online, what if it's not me? And I said, well, then they wouldn't be really great brand builders, wouldn't they? Because it's about, branding is about being more you, not less you. It's about you stepping into your own genius, your own ability to choose. Yeah, and you know, we live by design, not by default.
Totally.
And I mean, not to say that we're perfect at it. We work at it every day, and there are things we elevate and things we find in our systems right now that we're like, oh, this is obviously not working. Let's fix it. But it requires a catalyst, something that you're not happy with, or something that you are happy with to either say hell yes or hell no. And in my TED Talk, I talk about how at 9 years old, my mom said to me, I was bullied, and I really didn't want to go with this person. And I knew that if I said no, well, I don't know what could have happened, but not pretty. I was very worried. And my mom didn't know the whole story at the time, but she did say to me, Isabelle, if you can't say no to what you don't want, you'll never have the time and the energy for what you do want. And that hit me like a ton of brick. Honestly, I thought, that would be a great premise. There you go.
Thanks, Mom. That's
Yeah,
an amazing
thanks,
lesson
Mom.
at 9 years
Totally,
old.
because one, I was obsessed with it. I became obsessed with, oh my God, time. For me, time to be me is very important. And so I thought, man, if I can't say no, that means I won't have time. Time is a non-renewable resource. What am I going to do? So Margaret and I have developed different ways to get to a hell yes rather than a no, because we don't have any gray zones. It's rare that we're in a gray. It's either a hell yes or it's a no. And that just, it's very freeing. But lately, in our work together, I've been in the gray zone in certain areas, and I feel it's very foreign. I don't know what to do in gray when I don't know. I'm like, how does one live? Some people live in the gray zone.
Right.
It's a total different way. I just would not be able to, not to say that it's a wrong zone at all. I'm just a black and white person. Well.
Wow.
And it's so interesting. I was actually going to ask you, like, because you've been living by that mentality for so long, do you remember a time when in business when it was actually hard for you to say no when you knew it was a no?
Yes. There's definitely specific clients that I remember, which of course will remain unnamed, but there's specific clients where I should never have worked with these clients. And you know, you take on a client, you take on a project because one, you want to create impact, you want to help. And this is the thing with us, is we want to help.
Right.
So as a result of wanting to help and wanting to create impact, it makes it sometimes really hard to say no. But the gut normally knows.
So you go based on feeling? Efficiency.
Efficiency is an awesome currency. But as a result of that, it helps us decide, okay, will it help us create impact? Will it be of profit of some kind for me and for the other person? It's never just for me. And will it be fun? If one of those things don't get a good 90% and above, then it's a no. And it's got to be a hell yes. Margarita and I are about the vital few versus trivial many.
So when you get to say yes, what's that like?
Well, you know what? In all honesty, when I say yes to people, they're very happy because they know that I'm very selective. And so if I say yes to something, chances are it's really valued and really appreciated. And it feels good because it's coming from, for me, it's coming from a place of desire, a place of alignment. Every time I've been miserable in life, it's always because I've said yes to something I should have said no to.
Right.
I even have it tattooed on my arm here. It's happiness is when what I think, say, and do are in harmony. And that to me feels with that. Like if it's a hell yes, then everybody will win from that.
Right. Then there'll be peace and alignment and all will go well.
That's right.
Well, that's awesome. Do you have any advice for viewers that are having a hard time saying no?
Well, I think I'm going to repeat what my mom said to me, honestly. See, if you can't say no to what you don't want, you'll never have the time and the energy for what you do want. And let me just say that saying yes when you mean to say no is not just terrible for you and your health and your stress level, but it's also terrible because it doesn't allow you to give your full 100 best. And if you're not happy, if you're operating from a standpoint of not being happy, that energy seeps into everything you do, and the result of it won't actually be there really anyways. So it's a lose-lose.
It's a really great point.
Yeah. So say no more. No, it's not about saying no more. It's about saying no when you mean no and saying yes when you mean yes.
It's a really good distinguishing point.
Yeah.
And I know that people can learn more about that by checking out your Facebook Live, Permission to Be You, which is all about making those decisions that move you forward and are meaningful to you.
And I would also possibly recommend my TED Talk that is on our website, leapzonestrategies.com. It's a great talk that really goes a little deeper in this subject for sure.
One thing I know that is really important that comes up again and again at Leap Zone is a book that you recommend to clients to read.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Essentialism. Oh my God, the art of deciphering between the vital few and the trivial many. In fact, Essentialism is a must read if you're a part of our mastermind. First of all, this is a book by Greg McKeown, I believe. I believe I'm saying his name right. It's a book that truly I don't mean to say I could have written. I mean, it's so me and it's so how I was raised that it actually, when I read it, it gave me verbiage. It gave me language for how I was raised. And in my family, truly, we are looking for the trivial many versus the vital few versus the trivial many, really, Isabel. Get your facts straight. I had to prove to my mom that I was going to say yes to this and no to these things. Every time I wanted something, I had to come with a plan to actually make a case as to what trade-offs, because that book talks about trade-offs. Every decision has a trade-off, many trade-offs. And it's which decision are you willing to live with the trade-offs the most? Whether it's a positive decision or not, there are trade-offs.
Right.
Moving from a 700 square foot to a 5,000 square foot home, as amazing as this is, there are trade-offs to that. And that's the whole premise of this book, is to do less but better. Right. Be more, but do less. And that, to me, it's so intelligent. I'm in love with this author and what he's written.
And it seems like no matter where you're at, like whatever timing in your business or in your life, like that is a really important lesson and could be read at any time, really.
In fact, honestly, I mean, I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't talk about vital few, trivial many, or hell yes or no, or that's all part of that way of living. So yeah, that book is a hell yes in my bookshelf, for sure.
Isabel, this was really great. Thank you so much.
Want easy to implement and free advice? Well, be sure to subscribe to our success community to become a Leap Zone insider. You'll get instant access to my bestseller ebook called 12 Smart and Powerful Principles to Transform You into an Ideal Client Magnet. You'll also get some exclusive content, special giveaways, and of course, personal updates from me that I don't talk about anywhere else. I'll see you there. Build to Rock is here. Want in? Go to buildtorock.com for more info and to apply. And I'll remind you, say more, say no. Off.